Hiya, welcome to part 6 of the Yamaha RXS build. If you haven't seen parts 1 to 5, do check out the playlist here. Hopefully today we can get the engine rebuilt, get the frame all stripped down, rubbed down and all sprayed up. Okay, let's get cracking, shall we? There is one problem I did see here, and it's with the pin for the centre stand. You can see someone's already welded a bracket on there where it wore. But even that's worn, so it's flapping about in there. And on the other side, someone's welded a plate on the back, so I'm going to try and take that off as well. Yeah, they've only tack welded it by the looks of it. It's like a washer. And I'm going to fabricate a plate to go on this side and this side. Oh whoa. Let's get cracking sorting this centre stand out. There you go. Oval. Okay, do we tack a plate on the back like they did here with this washer, or do we tack a plate on the front? I think I'll do one on the back because this might alter the size and the pin might not fit. So let's get this washer off the back here. And the welds weren't even very good on that one either, was it? Anyway, let's get this cleaned up and we'll find some washers that will fit. So I've got some washers here, but they're all pretty thin, to be honest. Some one's not too bad, but the hole's a little bit too big. So what I've decided to do, I've got an old blade for my mower. This is hardened steel. I'm going to cut a couple of plates out of here. I'm going to weld them in place as well. Let's get these plates cut out and we can get them welded in place. There you go. 2 plates. A, B. Fits in there just nicely. A little bit of a gap, but we can weld that out. Whoop. That's going to need welding back on. Just goes to show how much it actually wasn't welded. A lot of people weld and they think it helps, but it doesn't penetrate. You've got to get a lot of heat in there. Plate A. And plate B. Let's get these welded back on then. Well, there you go. Like I said in my other videos, I'm no master welder. I'm not going to weld that out. I might just stick a washer over there when I reassemble it just to cover that up. It's an eyesore, but it's good. It's penetrated. Put that plate in there. Put the plate in there. And again, doesn't look very nice. But if we stick a washer over it, I'm sure that'll do. Cracking job. So let's get these holes drilled out. I've only got a 10mm drill bit. I think these are 14. But I've got a conical set here. It's got a 14 on it. I'll probably take it down to 14 and then just use a fine file just to get it to fit perfectly. Okay, let's get cracking. There we go, job done. It's quite tough drilling these holes because of the hardened steel. I did ruin a couple of drill bits. We really needed a tungsten carbide one, which I haven't got. I think it's looking much better. I'm probably going to weld the infill here, even though it's not going to be seen. I want to try and get it as factory standard as possible. I took off this hanging bracket here because it's not needed. We've actually got the bracket for the side stand on the centre stand that goes through. So yeah, I think it's come out really well. I did have to shape this a little bit. It was a little bit bent. But overall, I think it's a good job. And the pin that goes through was a little bit worn. So I've actually welded some metal on there. And I've recut the groove for the circlip. The end plate here was corroded and very, very thin. So I welded a washer on there. And I just chamfered the edge off here. So that fits nicely. Let's have a look at the other pieces now. So I've cleaned these up and these were filthy. The amount of grime and dirt that came off of these was unbelievable. Years and years of it. So the centre stand's in good order. The only problem is the feet. Very corroded. I had to bend this back. This was a 45-degree angle that way. So I'm probably going to cut some plates and just weld them over the top. Centre stand. Not too bad. It's got a slight bend on it. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm going to straighten that up with some heat. Put it in the vise, get a bar on there. I had to build up the bracket where the side stand goes because this went from sort of 5-6 mil down to about 3 mil where it had been worn over the years of use. So I've built it up with a weld. I'm going to do some more on it. Just get it nice and parallel. There's a lot of corrosion on this foot peg. So I'm more than likely going to weld some metal on there. Grind it back, make it look good. This bracket here had actually split most of the way through and it was very wobbly. You could do it with one finger, so I've re-tacked that or re-welded it. Side stand peg looks good, no problems with that. I did actually have to bend this slightly to get it parallel again. It had splayed out a bit. And the bottom plate looks a bit thin, so I might weld a plate on the bottom there. Again, not necessary, but it will hold it in good stead for years to come. Okay, the brake bracket, that's worn through, so I'm going to build that up with a weld, get it back to normal. I could actually buy a new one, but I think this will be okay. Swinging arm. All good, really. The bushes are good, nice and tight where the bolt goes through, no need to change those. The only thing I did find on this is where the chain's been rubbing over the years. There's 2 grooves there and it's worn the lug. So again, I'm probably going to weld those up, put some more metal in there. Not really necessary, but I want to get it looking as good as possible. Excellent stuff. Let's get cracking. Oh, I gave the undercarriage a bit of a spray just to see what it looked like. I think it'll come up all right. It's not a final job because I'm going to do a bit of welding yet. So I've been doing some welding on a few other pieces. First of all, the brake bracket. I've filled it in a bit. It's got to be shaped yet. I'm going to take a bit out the top. Stand. I'm really happy with this. I'll put a plate on the bottom. Give it that extra longevity. And the feet for the centre stand. They come out really well. I'm really happy with them. Still got a bit of work to do in there. I'll need some abrasive stones to put in my drill. But yeah, well happy with them. Also done the bracket for the coil. It fits on there nicely now. So next I've got the long chore, cleaning all this rust off in preparation. I'd like to powder coat it, but I don't think I'm going to find anywhere around where I live. I'll have a look on the internet anyway, just in case. But it might just be a case of painting it, spray paint. I've decided not to do anything with the swinging arm. You've got rubbers in here, and they're all okay, like I said earlier. So I don't want to melt them. I'm going to probably leave these two as well. Just call it patina, shall we? Showing the years of use. Okay, let's get cracking, shall we? And there you have it. Finished the primer. I didn't show you the preparation because it was diabolical, to be honest. It wasn't as good as I'd liked, but I couldn't really get in there that well with the wire wheel. All this pitting, that's just rust. But I think it came out alright. Swinging arm, that looks good. I didn't bother filling these in. Like I said, it's a bit of patina for the bike. I've done the bottom yoke in black just to show you how it's going to look. Centre stand came out well. Footrests, I didn't bother filling this in with any more metal. I mean, it's quite beefy as it is. Maybe we can do it at a later date. Well, I've decided to paint it black. I'm going to use spray paint. I can't find a powder coating company near me. Probably going to do several coats. Not going to film it all. I'll show you a little bit on time lapse. So let's get cracking. And there you go, all the parts done. I think they've come out really well. Well, that's taken about 8 tins of black paint and about 4 tins of primer. Not sure if it's enough, not really sure how much is enough. Any ideas, you can leave it down in the comments section for me. Great stuff. Let's get cracking with that engine, shall we? Well, I've finally got the clutch plates in the post. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've opened this one 5. Excellent. And comparing these to the old ones don't look too bad actually, but I might as well replace everything if I'm going to make it to factory standard. So yeah, let's get these soaked in oil. I'm going to leave them overnight and then we can get the clutch rebuilt. I'll let those soak overnight and then we can get the clutch rebuilt. Get the side of the engine casing on and get the engine rebuilt. Well, clutch plates have been soaking overnight, so I'm going to get them in the engine. Get cracking. I left the metal plates in there for safekeeping. I'll give them a going over with acetone. Just check the washers on there. Okay, I'll get the old and these plates have got a little lobe on them, so you've got to make sure that lobe goes in every quarter. 4 plates, 4 sections. Okay, one thing I did forget to mention, I did measure the spring. And unfortunately the battery's gone on my calipers, so I have to rely on the old eye and the brain cells. So yeah, there's about 33 there. So the wear limit, 4mm. And we'll bang on 33. Great stuff. Forgot. Lucky I didn't do them all up, wasn't it? Oh, the old gasket broke on me. I think it's because it's from an old pack. A little bit brittle maybe. But I think if we use it in conjunction with the liquid gasket, I think it should be alright. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up as part 6 of the Yamaha RXS build. Hopefully in part 7 we can get the engine finished, get the barrel on, get the head rebuilt, get that set aside, and we can start working on the forks and maybe the wheels. Anyway, if you do like the video, give me a thumbs up. Do subscribe if you haven't, it'll help my channel out, and do give me some comments down in the comments section. See you next time.